So greetings, beloveds, joining us later online. We do hope that you will come and be with us in person very soon. I'm Reverend Mitzi, and this is Unity of Tempe. And we are on the second week of what? The Hero's Journey, a spiritual quest. And to recap, this series is inspired by the work of Joseph Campbell, particularly his book, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. And after examining thousands of works of literature and myth, Campbell identified a structure to these stories that followed a pattern of universal truths, offering insights into our own lives and experiences. And that's what we like, right? Because it can be great. Those are myths and those are things. But we want to know how it applies to us and how it helps us and supports us in our own lives. And so by examining the hero's journey, we can gain understanding of our own spiritual paths, because we are all heroes of our own lives. Anyone not a hero of their own life? Anyone have someone else that's a hero of their life? Because we need to be the heroes of our own lives, right? So your life story is the story of who? Yes, it's a story of you. And the intention of this series is to show how unity teachings align with Campbell's concepts so that we can reframe challenges or obstacles that arise as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. And so thus we can boldly author our own stories and rewrite chapters and parts that we don't like. So last week we explored the ordinary world, where the hero is just going about their typical regular routine when a call to adventure occurs and the hero is invited or pushed into embarking on a quest into the unknown. And frequently, the hero doesn't move forward at this point, but sometimes resists by refusing the call. Why do they refuse the call? Yes, fear or doubt. And if you weren't here last week, I encourage you to visit the website, unityoftempe.org, or the YouTube channel so that you can catch up on this material. So today, we're going to review the next two stages of the hero's journey: crossing the threshold and tests allies and enemies. Ooh. We'll examine these phrases through some familiar movies, as we did last time, and interpret them, of course, from a unity perspective. So first of all, let's say it together: crossing the threshold. So this is a pivotal moment in the hero's journey. It's the point where the hero leaves their familiar world and steps into the unknown, committing fully to their adventure. And there is no option of turning back. According to Joseph Campbell, let's read this together: the familiar life horizon has been outgrown. The old concepts, ideals, and emotional patterns no longer fit. The time for the passing of a threshold is at hand. Who's ever experienced that in their life? Probably every single one of us at some point in our life, right? So this transition is crucial as it propels the plot forward, moving the hero from their ordinary life into the adventure that awaits. And it symbolizes the hero's departure from comfort and safety, venturing into a realm filled with uncertainty, possible danger. And this decision to move forward often involves overcoming fear and doubt. Yes. Now, from a unity perspective, this is when we make a firm decision to change our thought patterns and beliefs. Things that are just no longer serving us. We make a decision to do it. And when we decide to push through uncertainty and open ourselves to new possibilities and ways of understanding reality. And it's when we transition from passive interest to active participation in our spiritual growth. That's really big, because we can be like, oh, I'm really into spirituality, but not be really active in our own spiritual growth. But we set the foundation as we do this for deeper transformation. And, oh my goodness, how perfect that I have a quote which Linda will love, I know, because she already mentioned him today. This quote is from Linda. That's right. It is, let's read it together. Don't go through life, grow through life. Embrace the uncertainty and let it be the catalyst for your growth. Now, in The Wizard of Oz, is there anyone who's not seen The Wizard of Oz? We've all seen it. Good. When Dorothy lands in Oz, she immediately realizes she's not in anymore. The bright Technicolor world of Oz starkly contrasts with the black and white world of Kansas, visually representing her passing into a new, unknown realm. And when crossing the threshold, Campbell says the hero typically faces many potential obstacles, which tests the hero's resolve and readiness for the journey ahead. Sometimes these challenges come in the form of a threshold guardian. None shall pass. Who knows where that's from? It's merely a flesh wound. Oh, look, I can keep going. It's just a flat Monty Python, of course. Right. So in The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy's house lands where? In Munchkinland. And it crushes who? The Wicked Witch of the East. To the delight of the Munchkins. They're just like so happy about that. And this draws attention to the Wicked Witch of the West, who materializes in a puff of red smoke, majorly ticked at the death of her sister. And the Wicked Witch symbolizes the threshold guardian who desires to stop Dorothy in her tracks. And the witch threatens Dorothy but is unable to harm her because Glinda, right? The good witch of the North, a mentor, remember from last week, magically transfers the ruby slippers onto Dorothy's feet, protecting her. And the ticked witch warns Dorothy, the wicked witch warns Dorothy, we all know the line, I'll... Yes, and... Oh, let's do that again. Yeah, let's do it. I'll get you, my pretty. And your little dog, too. Oh, yes. And then she disappears in another puff of smoke. And this establishes the Wicked Witch as an enemy and sets the stage for future conflicts. More on that later. Now, let's say it together, crossing into the special world. As the hero steps into a realm vastly different from the ordinary world, they discover the new environment is filled with unfamiliar rules that they must adapt to. And this is the point where Glinda tells Dorothy about who? Who does Glinda? The Wizard of Oz. And when Dorothy firmly commits to follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road. Remember? I love that song, so brilliant. Now in Unity, entering the special world symbolizes stepping into a higher level of consciousness, exploring our divine nature and potential. And this unknown world reminds us we are co-creators with God, creating our reality through our thoughts, firmly held in our minds. And the confusion of the new realm forces us to start afresh by letting go of old beliefs and seeking Spirit's guidance. Now we're going to move on to tests, allies, and enemies. Once our hero has committed to the journey, they enter a stage filled with, say it with me, tests, allies, and enemies. Oh my. Oh my. What could this mean? I mean, the word enemies, that's not a new thought word, is it? We're about love. But let's take a deeper look. So this stage is crucial for the hero's growth and the development of the story. First of all, what's first on this list? Tests. So the hero faces a series of challenges, tests, and obstacles that help them grow and develop their talents. And these can be physical, emotional, or spiritual in nature. And they test the hero's resolve and dedication to their journey, forcing the hero to learn about the new world, gain skills, crucial skills that they're going to need, and uncover hidden strengths or weaknesses. So basically, the question is not, will the hero succeed? But is the hero willing to give their all by transforming into something bigger and bolder? I have to say a word about the Olympics here, right now. Sandra's like, yes, please, tell me about the Olympics. Giving their all, that's what we saw. If you saw the men's marathon yesterday, oh my goodness. Giving their all. That guy went out. Ethiopia went out at the beginning, and they just stayed out in front like, I'm running my own race. I'm on track. And so giving all, that's what athletes do. And they give their all, whether they come in first or they come in last, they're still giving their all and their best. Oh my goodness, yes. Everything, the artistic swimming, my goodness, the team event particularly, the gymnastics, everything. So incredible, the diving, the rhythmic gymnastics. Okay, we're not doing another message today on the Olympics, although I would love to. But in The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy, I've done two, Sandra, so you can look at them online. In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy must follow the yellow brick road to the Emerald City despite distractions and obstacles, like the apple-throwing trees, remember those? And the sleep-inducing what? Poppy fields, sleep, remember that? Sleep. And not to mention, ye gads, what are those? The flying, isn't that terrifying? They still terrify me, the flying monkeys. Okay, so next we're moving along to allies. And along the quest, the hero gathers allies. And these are characters who assist the hero on their journey. They provide support, guidance, and often skills that the hero lacks. Spiritually, allies symbolize supportive aspects of our own consciousness or our spiritual community, unity of Tempe, beloveds, showing us that help is available both internally and externally. In Star Wars, Luke gathers a team of allies. Who are they? Han Solo, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, R2-D2, and C-3PO. And in The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy gathers three primary allies. Who are they? The Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Lion. That's right. And the Scarecrow represents wisdom by wanting a brain. The Tin Man symbolizes compassion as he wants a heart. And the Cowardly Lion represents courage because he's hoping to find bravery. Next up, this last word, enemies. Don't be frightened of it. These are the antagonists who oppose the hero's progress. And they create obstacles and conflicts that the hero must overcome. And these enemies are sometimes very powerful and terrifying. In Star Wars, the main enemy is, right, Darth Vader. He wants to rule the galaxy, crush his foes, and assume power by ruling through the dark side of the Force. Enough said about that. You got it. In The Wizard of Oz, the primary antagonist is the Wicked Witch of the West, along with her horrifying, nasty monkey minions. Now, metaphysically, the Wicked Witch represents persistent, deeply ingrained fears, doubts, and negative thoughts. Do we have our own Wicked Witch sometimes in our mind? We might not call it that, but our own deeply ingrained thoughts and things, and they may be self-imposed limitations or false beliefs about our powerlessness or unworthiness. Who has never, ever not felt unworthy in their life? Who has never, ever in their life not felt unlovable? Well, we're all on the same page then. At some point, we've all experienced that. And these limitations can be placed on us by others. The witch's constant threat and attempts to sabotage Dorothy symbolize how these negative patterns can derail our spiritual journey and prevent us from aligning with our spiritual potential, our true potential. And they represent thoughts and external influences that try to pull us back into a lower state of consciousness. Their cry is, don't change. Don't let go of that thought. Don't move forward. Stay where you are. Growth is dangerous. So in our search for the metaphorical Holy Grail, what steps can we take in these two stages of the hero's journey we explored today? Well, first of all, let's say what it says. Commit. Make a firm decision to change your thought patterns and belief. The negative ones. If they're already positive, you don't have to change them. But the ones that are keeping you unempowered. And so let's read the affirmation. Every moment is a new opportunity to align my thoughts with my highest good. Every single moment. We might be like, oh, I had some really negative thoughts right there. Well, guess what? It's a brand new baby moment right now. We can change it any moment. Next up, let's say it together. Action. Keep a journal to track your thoughts and identify patterns. Write down situations that trigger negative thoughts and how you respond to them. This helps in recognizing recurring themes and areas for change. Now, maybe you're not a journal person. Maybe you prefer to do it by video, a personal video to yourself, or something that you do online. That's fine too. Next one, leave the comfort zone. Leave negative but comfortable thoughts and behaviors behind. Create your own silent retreat. Oh, free of all distractions. Dedicate this time to writing, meditating, praying, reading spiritual texts, and getting to know your higher self. Oh, this one, let's say it together. Face fears. Confront your doubts and uncertainties. That's challenging at times, right, to do. Seek insight through spirit. Write down what you're afraid of and why. Some try to simply spiritualize away fear, yet understanding its root cause is the first step in facing it. I have found that to be the truth, for sure. And sometimes it's as simple as knowing that we are surrounded by the divine presence of God. Let's say this one. Embrace the unknown. Open up to new possibilities and ways of understanding. Stepping out of your routine can open your mind to new possibilities and ways of thinking. I know someone in here who's taken a Spanish class because they want to open their mind up to new ways of being. It's not me. And I'm not going to tell you who it is because someone's doing something. So what are you doing to step out of your routine and open your mind to new possibilities? I'm sure you're doing magnificent, magnificent things. And a way to do this at Unity of Tempe is by joining us this afternoon in our class. Yes, if you weren't here last week, don't worry. You can still come in. There's no threshold guardian at the door. You are welcome. So you get to free yourself from limiting labels. So be with us. And it's free. If you want to give a love offering, you can. But I encourage you to join us. You're going to see this again, so I'll scoot on by. Now remember, the hero's journey is not just a story. It's your story. I want you to affirm that. Say with me. The hero's journey is not just a story. It's my story. Yes, it is. Absolutely our own story. And these challenges, this journey challenges us to leave behind the comfort of the familiar and step bravely into the unknown where growth awaits. Whether we're encountering our own wicked witches or discovering unexpected allies. Who's an unexpected ally in here? Oh, I'm the only one. Who's a friend here? There's everybody. Yes, well, let's put our hand up or say it. I'm a friend. Yes, absolutely. If we have a challenge, we get to grow through life together. Each moment is an opportunity to deepen our faith, expand our consciousness, and reaffirm our commitment to the spiritual path. Your journey is sacred, and every step you take is a testament to the hero within you. Let's say this again. Put your hand on your heart if you feel like it. And start here. The hero's journey is not just a story. It's my story. Yes, beloveds. Are you enjoying this series so far? And so I encourage you to be here next week to see what adventure awaits next week. Now, for now, this has been all about being really developing into being our own hero. And so there's a wonderful song by Fearless Soul that we can really just meditate on the beautiful words of this.
I am perfectly capable of creating a life I love. I am learning to trust myself and make peace with what I can't control. I always have a say in who I am today, and I can always change who I'm becoming. This is my life. I am my own hero. Nobody but me can decide where I will go. This is my time. No matter what life throws, I always have the power to change my state of mind. This is my life. This is my life. Owning all of my past mistakes, moving forward with more confidence. I don't know what the future holds, but I choose to count my blessings every day. I always have a say in who I am today, and I can always change who I'm becoming. This is my life. I am my own hero. Nobody but me can decide where I will go. This is my time. No matter what life throws, I always have the power to change my state of mind. This is my life.
of really great videos. You can find them on YouTube, and they're just kind of like little meditations, and you could put them on your playlist if you want some pump up music for your spirit and your consciousness any day. Oh, let us say this and breathe into this. Let's really think about what it says first of all. So I think that's hard for us to feel a lot of times, that we are really beloved. I am a beloved child of God, here to be an ambassador of good. I am a beloved child of God, here to be an ambassador of good. I am a beloved child of God, here to be an ambassador of good. And if the word God doesn't feel right for you, change it. Change it to what aligns for you. And so it is time for to share our financial gifts. This is what keeps us at Unity of Tempe here, and being able to be here on Sundays and do classes and do other things in the community. So I invite you to give graciously, and let us affirm together, I am a joyful sharer of my good. I remember that as I give, I receive, and that God is my source. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Sandra's collecting today. I love it when people just step up and they don't have to be told. That is just wonderful. They're just like, I'm going to do it. That's what a community is. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. And here is our, if you prefer to do Zelle or PayPal. We did have a loss in the last couple of months, so we are affirming and accepting that that is behind us now. We're seeing August as prosperous. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So we are so grateful for these gifts and these blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Divine Spirit. We bless every single person who gives, knowing that it is graciously received and that it comes back a bazillion-fold. And we bless every single prayer that will ever be in the prayer box, or is currently on the prayer box, or has been in the prayer box, because we know that every answer comes from the highest and best good. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. And so there it is again. Come join us, 11:30. And just bring yourself, and even if you weren't here the first week. And our Zoom prayer and connect call, we just love this time on Thursdays to really deepen into getting to know one another, pray with each other, hold space with each other. And that is a sacred time. If you'd like to be on that, just check your email for the Zoom link. Our next intentional collection that we co-do with Matthew's Epiphany is on August 25th. Is that right? The 25th, or is it 28th? I think it's the 25th. Anyways, it's the last Sunday in August. If you have food insecurity, or you know someone who has food insecurity, I encourage you to take a look at this and share it with them. If you go to unitedfoodbank.org, they have many locations in the valley. We also have a sheet up there with, you can take a look at it, take a picture of, has some of the locations. So that is always up here now. And I want you to know how important you are. I want to thank everyone who came for the first time. I want you to know that you are important. You matter. You make a difference in life. I do hope that you will come back and be with us again. Please know you're loved, and we're so grateful for you. And who do you know? Who do you know in your orbit that needs to hear that they're loved, that they're supported, that there's a place where they can go and just be accepted just as they are? I encourage you to share our community with them. So let us say together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well, and we are grateful. Beloveds online, have a wonderful week. We do hope that you come and join us in person very soon.